Hello you guys, how are you? I hope you're keeping healthy out there. So I'm so sorry I have been missing in action for the last couple of weeks, but I've been busy doing my admin. And you know what that's like, don't you? It's a blinking nightmare. Anyway, here I am back in full force and excited as always. And today I'm really excited because I am going to talk to you about Mae, this beautiful Love Island star who became a star from Love Island, and then it went catapult and put her into the stratosphere. But she's now got 6 million followers on Instagram. She's got her own fake tan brand and she's doing extremely well. And she put on her February video on YouTube about having dermaplane, and she's done the dermaplaning several times, had the treatment done, and it's caused hair problems. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you about that, and I'll put the clip in so that you can see what it's all about from her.
Battle with dermaplaning, and I just wish I'd never got dermaplaning, basically. Like, I basically have a full beard now.
Now, what is dermaplaning? Dermaplaning is a treatment that you would go along to an esthetician or a dermatologist, and they would use a scalpel to really remove dead skin cells. And along with that, the peach fuzz that you have, or the vellus hair that you have. Okay, now vellus hair, this peach fuzz that we've got, I really don't suffer from it, but a lot of women do. That peach fuzz can sometimes make your makeup look cloggy and not good and cakey. Okay, so if you have those dead skin cells taken away, your skin looks smoother, and that peach fuzz, you can imagine the effect that will have when you then apply your makeup. And not only that, what about when you apply your products? They will sink in a bit better, I would imagine. So that's what dermaplaning is. It's a scalpel that's used, obviously very sterile scalpel. You have to go to a proper clinic. I really think that is really what the key is, a proper clinic that's absolutely trained in doing it properly. But dermaplaning has a place in today's beauty salons and clinics throughout the world. Right, very, very popular. Again, if you've had it, let me know in the comments below. So that's what dermaplaning is. It is different from microdermabrasion. Now, microdermabrasion, and I have had that done to myself also. Microdermabrasion really is for me, a much more aggressive thing to have, because I used to have a machine called microdermabrasion diamond head, and it was like little crushed diamonds that were used on a probe, and it was whisked all over, and at the same time it was sucking up all the dead skin cells off. Now, it was fine, microdermabrasion. Personally, I did get a little bit of bruising, so I had to be careful about it. And it is all about who's doing the treatments. As I'm always saying, you have to go to the people that are really, really well trained, because as you get older, our skin slackens, and you need someone when they're doing these treatments, both dermaplaning or microdermabrasion, to really hold the skin taut while they're doing it. Because if they don't hold the skin taut, it can cause a little bit of damage. Just thought I'd put that one out there. But you know, what does dermabrasion do? Dermabrasion is like high speed rotary thing happening and getting the dead skin cells off that way. Dermaplaning is a scalpel that's sterile and is used, you know, like shaving your face. That's what it's doing. It's like shaving your face. Now, what are the benefits of dermaplaning? So the benefits are that the exfoliation and the hair removal is going to leave that skin lovely, soft, and brighter and smoother. Right? That's what they say. The treatment may soften lines, because if you've got a lot of dead skin buildup, it will soften the lines and wrinkles, and it also will make the hyperpigmentation, if you've got that, look much lighter, and your skin will look fresher. So it's really fixing up an uneven skin tone. This is the benefits of dermaplaning. It's also used to treat deep acne scars. Some people are saying that. However, I always think it always depends on your skin type, what your skin type is, what your skin tone is, and your medical history, whether it's really a suitable treatment for yourself. Okay, if you've got a thickened skin type, oily skin type, then I would imagine it's pretty good, because it's going to take off dead skin cells that are otherwise might be adhering to the oily surface. So that will definitely make your skin look fresher and smoother. But if you've got a type 1 skin, which is like white skin with freckles, and very sensitive and dry, then you've got to be careful. Okay, just putting that out there. So the risks and side effects of dermaplaning. Most people tend to have no irritation or reaction. I got this information from the WebMD site. So this is what doctors are saying about it online, right? So short-term effects may include red and swollen skin from scraping, soreness, a burning or tingling sensation for about 48 hours after the procedure. Has any of those reactions happened to you? Or have you been one of those lucky ones that nothing happened and you thought it was amazing? So this is what we want to talk about. We want to have this chat in the comments all about it, because at the end up, it's all about our own experiences, and we've all got different skin types, okay? So the other thing is this hair growth. Now, she did say, Molly Mae, that it caused her beard, she did put it in words like that, to grow back thicker. So I'm going to tell you a little thing here. Vellus hair, which is the peach fuzz, okay? When you shave vellus hair, it doesn't stimulate the hair to grow back thicker. That is a very, very unusual occurrence in vellus hair. Terminal hair is the hairs that some of us get, and I've got a couple. I can feel one just now actually popping through. Terminal hair is when the hair is much stronger, and the papilla, which is the bottom of the hair follicle that feeds the hair, is there feeding the hair from the blood source. They're thicker hairs, terminal hairs, and that's generally when you see a man shaving, that's the hairs that he's shaving away, his terminal hairs, okay? So is it possible that when you shave vellus hair that eventually it could become a terminal hair? Interesting, isn't it? You see, I have done advanced electrolysis, and I still do it actually as treatments, but advanced electrolysis where we went into a hair follicle with a probe into the hair follicle. You pressed a button on the probe and it sent an electrical heat current through this tiny thin needle, and you coagulated the bottom of the hair follicle where the papilla is. In other words, you are coagulating the blood feeding source to the hair. Please stay with me through this one, because we were taught and trained as electrologists that we had to do what we can to absolutely destroy however we can this papilla, which was the blood feeding source to the hair. And when you put this needle in, you very, very carefully, it was a lot of training, and I personally loved giving this treatment. I did it for 10 years. I did. Went in and then pressed this button. You had to be careful with how you went into the hair follicle. I pressed the button, it coagulated the papilla at the bottom, and then literally the hair would slide out. That's what happened. Now the thing is that when we coagulated this feeding source, it made the hair weaker. It would come through again, but weaker, because you were aggravating this papilla, the feeding source to the hair. And we were also taught that you can't do anything like tweeze the hair. If you start tweezing a hair, the belief is then that you can stimulate hair growth. Okay? That's how we were taught. Are we stimulating vellus hair when we're shaving over it? That's an interesting point. Do you think we are? Because I'm going to ask you if you think we are causing it to stimulate the hair follicle at all. That would be quite good. When we had clients that had hair growth that was really bad on their faces, right, and they couldn't manage to a weekly treatment for electrolysis, we used to say to them, right, okay, this is what you do. I want you to get a fine pair of scissors and go up to the hair and just trim it. Okay, so you were only trimming it like that, not stimulating the skin or the follicle at all. That was the advice advanced electrologists would give to their clients. Did we say that you could shave the hair? In my days when we trained, quite a while ago, we didn't allow them to shave their hair. So there is these doubts in my head, and this is why I'm asking you what you think. Because we all know that people have had dermaplaning and still are, and I've got friends that absolutely love this treatment. But has anyone out there, anyone, had any adverse reactions like Molly Mae? The thing is, for me, right, I can't really see that vellus hair can become terminal hair. Truthfully, in my head, I can't really picture that fine fuzz turning into one of these thicker guys. I can't see it. But that's not to say that it just hasn't happened to me. Has that happened to you? What I would say is, one of the things I do think is when you've got a thicker type skin, a sallow complexion, and you've already got a hair growth, and then you get the microdermabrasion treatment because you have got terminal hairs here, would the microdermabrasion aggravate the terminal hairs? Because you're doing what guys do, you're shaving faces when you're doing it. Okay, dermaplaning is shaving your face, it is. So would it stimulate it? The only consideration I would think is I would be careful for those of you that are prone to ingrown hairs. Something I think that could happen with if you've got the hard hairs being taken off with the dermaplaning, because ingrown hairs are a nightmare to get rid of, and you'll know just now if you are prone to people with sallow complexions, you know, yellow tones to their skin, their skin cells don't turn over quick, and because their skin cells don't turn over quick, the skin renewal growth, not shedding dead skin, is keeping the dead skin on here, and sometimes when the hair's popping through will really trap the hair underneath the skin. And I remember this from waxing. I had friends and I had clients, lots of clients. I had to really be careful, you know, when they were doing things or self-waxing, because they could cause ingrown hairs. So that's the only thing I would think of putting my little tuppence worth in there. Be careful of that if you're prone to definitely ingrown hairs. Where can you get this treatment done? You get dermaplaning done really at a proper clinic. I don't like these scalpels, and I know that everybody and their granny on YouTube is doing it to themselves. I am always saying to you, you need to be careful. You know, anything you do at home, you really, you know, I've seen so many people with inflammatory skin conditions just because of what they were doing to themselves in the house, you know, at home. Go to someone qualified, please. Go to someone who's doing dermaplaning regularly. Really go to that person. Trust them to do your dermaplaning facial. Don't go and get one of these you know, I've got when someone gave it to me, I went, I'm not even going to show people that, because that is just terrible. It's just like a little blade with, you know, on a plastic handle. God, and they're cheap as chips, and you can do that to yourself. No. Please look after your skin. Tell me, has anyone tried that? I'm open to listening to all of you, because on this channel of mine, we have to share information. It's not just about what Joanie thinks, and Joanie says, I learn from you guys too. And that's why it's important to talk openly about treatments, what you can have. So please let me know. It is great when you comment. I do love it. I know you know, those of you that comment, I can't help myself. I just have to reply back. I love it. But we're here to teach each other. That's what it's all about. What will I say if you decide to go and have a dermaplane facial? I would say do not exfoliate your skin on the lead up to the facial. No, if you've decided I'm going to go and have that facial, please do not exfoliate your skin. You know, definitely give your skin, they say 3 days, I would say a week. Do not exfoliate your skin for at least a week before you go and have a dermaplane facial. Please, even longer than that. Don't take a chance. No, your skin, you've got it for the rest of your life, guys and gals. Right, you should also try to avoid direct sunlight. Now this is it. Before you go and have a treatment, and I did have a client that years ago came in for a waxing treatment, her leg wax, full leg wax, was going on holiday, and it had been a really fabulous week in Glasgow, and she came in to me and her legs were pink sunburn, and she wanted me still to wax them. No. So do not sunbathe at all before you go and have a dermaplane facial. Don't do that. No. You've got to avoid sunbathing. And also, you know what I think about tanning beds? It's a no. Don't do that. There is no downtime needed to let your skin heal. So I do know that when my friend had it recently, she did like it very much. Actually, she did, because she's got a lot of the peach fuzz. It's her colouring, and she's got the sallow skin, so it really helps smooth her skin out. I'm just saying this. Her name's Pam. Yes, I'm talking about you, girl. Okay, you should have to really know that your skin there's no downtime to it. You can go out after it, but I would absolutely say you have to make sure you've got the SPF on, right? You've taken a layer of dead skin off your face, and then you're going outside. Always be thinking about your SPF as being an environmental protector. You're putting your shield back on, so be very careful about that. So moisturizer and SPF 100%, and definitely using a broad spectrum one. Your skin is going to be more sun sensitive after the dermaplaning, so remember that. And again, don't go back and then 2 days later start using your exfoliating scrub. No, don't do that. So there you go, that's it. I had to have my word in about dermaplaning because you've all messaged me and texted me and so on, and that's what I think. I'm going to leave it for you to absolutely tell me your experiences. I have not had a dermaplaning facial, okay? I'm leaving it to you to tell me what you think. Would you still go for it? Have you had it? What was the experience like? Let me know in the comments below. Have a fantastic week and look after yourselves. It's so nice to see you again, all you lovely 4,000, we're nearly at 4,000 subs. Take care of yourself. Much love. Bye.